Oh, I can do my joke now.
What? 2 episodes ago.
Oh yeah, it's episode 3, isn't
It
it?
is episode 3. It's episode 3. Of Podcast Pending.
Podcast pending.
Podcast pending.
Where there's Timbits going?
Sponsored. We are sponsored by Tim Hortons today.
Yeah,
We wish.
we're not costed
God.
this time, but if Tim Hortons, if you're interested, hook your boys up.
Are you interested? Messages in a bit.
I don't know, like when channels get to 1,000 subscribers, people start contacting them for sponsors and stuff like that.
It's true. It's
I
true.
do.
It's true. Speaking of, boys, this year is our 3rd anniversary.
Wow.
3 years we've been going with Route 1. So let's just have a little.
Woo! Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm hitting the mic and everything.
Yeah.
This is what a great 3 years it's been.
You know what?
I need a bit more oomph.
What
Yeah.
a great 3
There
years
you
it's
go.
been.
Too much. Tone it down.
Yeah. It's only been 3 years.
Yeah. Come on. That's 5-year talk.
Yeah. That's 10,000 subscribers
Yeah,
talk right there.
Yeah.
So 3 years. When did we start? In May.
Well, when did
First
we do
video
our first
came up?
video? It was then, wasn't it?
Well,
Wasn't it?
technically, if we're going like from when you first did.
Oh, okay. Then
that-
I mean,
yeah.
no technicals. No
Our,
technicals.
our first video wasn't technically a Route 1 video.
No, but the first video on Route 1 was Welcome to Route 1,
Yeah.
which was 3 years ago, right?
Yes, it was.
Yep.
Yep.
I got the stats.
He got
Got it all up
he
there.
got he's got stats today, ladies and gentlemen.
But it was like 3 years, 4 months, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. Which is great. It is great. Persevere through thick and thin. You know,
A lot of changes, a hell of a lot of changes.
a lot of
in
changes.
that span.
You know, but
We've
3
had,
years.
Like 5 different sets.
Yeah.
4.
4.
I was way off. He's going to say 2. Oh
No,
no, 3.
It's about
3.
4 or 5.
4 or 5. If you count pre-decoration of the office as a set,
We had my living room, my office,
yeah.
and then we had
Then
your
pre-decoration office, decorated office.
and now here.
Now here.
Yeah.
5 sets.
Ooh boy, we like to move around here.
We
do.
be moving.
3 years, 5 sets, 867 current subscribers, 320 videos
Wow.
is what is
Currently,
currently out as of recording.
as of recording.
That's our stats. I think that's impressive. I think.
It's very interesting because, you know, we're not one of those channels that have blown up. Like, we're not some random person who's blown up in the last 6 months because they're weird and wacky and insane personality, and you know they're very. I mean, that's a little bit, yeah. But you know, we're not, you know, that crazy of. We're not even characters because we're just ourselves, you know.
And I think that shines through a bit, I think. Do you know what I mean? I think that you get some channels where you can tell that people are so obviously forcing a personality, a persona out. But we are just us. Like, before we were even recording, we were talking just...
Yeah, we've been chilling for like an hour or so.
We're exactly the same off camera, on camera. It's all the same stuff.
You can tell on screen with some people who pretend to be friends. They're just friends for social media or whatever.
Yeah.
But we're friends because we're friends. Like we've known each other for 10 years. I've known you for 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more. You two have known each other for like 15 or years
Oh,
or
I don't
so,
think it's
right?
that long.
No, I don't think it's that.
I don't think it's that long. I only known you in 2000 and
2015, 2016.
no, way after that. 2017, 18. 'Cause it was Spider-Man that I needed help with. 2014 is when I released Lost Cause.
Yes, lot of scores.
So that was three something years later. So it was 2018, 17.
Yeah, because you were halfway through production on your second Spider-Man film.
Yeah, and I didn't even know Jack. I just knew about you after filming Lost Cause.
I thought you two
Yeah.
went to the same college.
No, we did.
Yeah, but I didn't know Jack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you like different?
Which is why I wasn't in Lost Cause.
Got you. Were you like?
You are now.
I'm now.
By the
now.
power of editing.
Spoilies!
The power of editing, yeah. He's writing
So
it.
were you both in the same year, or was it like different friend groups?
Yes.
I actually have no idea. Was you in any of Aaliyah's classes?
Yeah, because no. Wait. I didn't know you during my BTEC, which finished in 2012. Then I did the top-up year where I think we met. So that was like 2013, I think.
No, I don't think it was.
What do you mean?
2012, BTEC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 2014, 13.
2013, I think,
Yeah.
is when we met.
Yeah, but then I would have got you in Spider-Man.
No, do you not remember me like hounding you in the corridor
Yeah, but that
every
was
time
when
I saw
we
you?
barely knew each other.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's when we
okay.
met.
Right, yeah,
Do you know what I
maybe.
mean? I was like, Joey, can I be in it? And you were like, yeah, man.
Yeah, sure, man.
Yeah, sure, man.
This random guy keeps asking me to be in the film.
Yeah. And I was like, and
It's
then
probably been about 10 years.
yeah, and then the film came out, and I was like, oh boy, can't wait to see my scene.
That's why it's in another world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pity.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he came up with this bullshit story of, I didn't put you in the first one because I wanted to save you for the
I want to
second
put you in
one.
the second one, man.
That
You're such a
is
good actor. I
such
need
a
to be a
BS
main
story.
character. Good times.
Yeah, great times. Look how far we've come,
Look how far we've come.
you know? And then Jay appeared.
And then, hello, Jason.
Hello.
Yeah.
And we
Hello.
met. And we met because you wanted to. We met on Facebook.
Yes. So the way me and Joey met is that you were halfway through the production of your second Spider-Man fan film,
Another one.
Another World, starring Jack Beasley as Eddie Brock.
Whoa, I didn't say it.
We did a whole thing yesterday, didn't we? That was a
Yeah,
thing.
It was a thing.
Yeah.
Great.
And yeah, so you were halfway through production, and you just posted on one of the filmmaker groups in Leicester, so looking for a few camera people, a few crew to help me make this little film I'm doing, and then myself, you, two of our other friends met up.
Don't you think
that-
it's
that
crazy
evening.
how with that one Facebook
that one message
has changed all our lives, because
It's had-
that's how we met David, that's how we met Alec,
Alec.
that's how we met you. Like, that's half of our
It's-
friendship group.
That initial post had such a ripple effect.
Yeah, weird, isn't it? It is weird.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I would never met Jack if I never met Joey.
True.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would have never done a lot of things if I never.
You want to
met...
go back into Pokemon?
I never would. So, obviously, when the world shut down, back then I used to be
When was that?
in the dark days, in the dark times, Jack, where we don't like to think about, where time stopped
I must
and
have
everything
missed
else stopped pretty much.
it. Okay.
Probably World War Two.
Well, I don't think I was.
And
was I there for that?
Maybe difficult to tell. It's a very, very difficult time to explain.
Yeah.
that. But obviously the world shut down, and we couldn't spend our money on what we usually would do. And then you literally messaged me one day saying, "Do you fancy open up a booster box of Darkness Ablaze?"
Yeah,
I
'cause
was
I
like,
just bought it, didn't I?
"Yeah,
Randomly.
you just bought it randomly because we were obviously." When the Pokemon hype came back, when Logan Paul got into Pokemon and made everyone else
That was
get
it.
into
that
it.
one video.
That
of
one
him trying to
video.
get Charizard. That
Yeah.
That hooked me instantly back.
It was the live stream that he'd done, like open up a base set, and people were auctioning to buy packs or whatever. And literally a week later, that's when you got the booster box and messaged me.
That made me fall in love with it.
We opened it up at your place. We pulled the Charizard in like the fourth pack, which
Well,
was
yeah, we've got the video.
it's literally right there.
Yeah.
You need to screen record as well, Jack.
Yeah. How do I...
Quick time.
Quick time.
Yeah, click it.
I
And then press
included
Alt
this
X off
bit in the
this.
first
Yeah,
episode.
cancel.
Cancel.
Go up to the top. File.
File.
Yeah, and then
New
new
movie
recording.
recording.
Yeah.
No,
No,
screen
No,
recording.
new screen
recording.
recording. Yeah, quick. All right. So file new
New
screen
screen
recording.
recording.
Yeah, and I just press record.
Record entire screen.
Yeah, record entire screen. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, you're good. There we go. I was just a clap to know when I need to put.
Okay, I'm going to play sound, but you can just... There you go, look. Reminisce. Reminisce.
Look at that. We had I had the bubble in it as well. We need to.
Yeah.
You know what? Right. We need to replace this intro.
We do.
been
It's
3 years.
old.
I'll make us one.
I mean, the videos
you-
haven't had an
Huh?
intro, have they? For a
No.
long time?
So what happened was the reason why we have this video is because we recorded it initially to put on your
Yes.
YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and then it was after this. That's when we started talking. Like we both really enjoyed opening up that box,
Maybe too much.
and you suggested maybe we should just open up more stuff and just record it for fun.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that sounds really cool. So we recorded another video in your office after that, which was a Champions Path ETB. And that was like in the midpoint of winter where it was like really cold.
They're my favorite Pokemon. And that was me as a Pokemon trainer. Did you see that?
Yeah,
illustration?
I remember like opening up this stuff and thought, wow, these are really cool. And like now I look at them and like, oh my God,
That's our old office.
that's our old office.
Oh, even I remember the old office.
God.
And
Hey.
there's Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, which was the first Pokemon game that got me back into Pokemon because you were playing it in your office. And I saw it and I thought, that looks beautiful. That brings me so much nostalgia.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then I bought it. And that
Very
was how
clean game.
that was
Oh.
my initial thought. That was my initial excitement
Quick
into dipping my toes back into Pokemon.
segue, and we'll come back. I introduced Tristan to Let's Go Pikachu last weekend.
Great
And,
video. So
oh,
wholesome.
Like the love I have for that game right now. We've just got to Misty's gym, so he's really enjoying Pokemon. Right now.
Yeah, that's when it starts to build up with like a lot more Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's good times like for your Pokemon to evolve into either their second or third
Oh yeah, nothing's
evolutions.
evolved yet, so he's excited.
Oh,
'cause
okay.
he-
So
I've
that's
told
ex-
him Pidgey is going to evolve soon. He's very
Yeah.
excited. So
I
so
gue- I
sorry. Yeah,
guess
Let's
he's,
Go's amazing.
I guess he's at that age that we were at
That's why I
when
started
we first
doing
started playing
when
red,
that's
yeah,
exactly
red,
when
and
it
why
yellow.
I
first
started.
came about.
it. Yeah, because he's been surrounded by Pokemon all his life, right? I've always had it around the house. I've always spoke about it. I've always watched it with him, but he's never like properly played it.
No,
This is the age where I started, 7.
but the thing is, like before up to this point, he was too young to properly understand
Exactly,
about Pokemon. He just thought this is this cool thing that Dad likes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now he's at that age where he's starting to develop what he likes and what he doesn't like.
Mm-hmm.
So now, like he's properly understanding Pokemon, and he is
Absolutely.
like 7, 8 years old is like the best age to definitely get into
100%.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it's an incredible experience. And Let's Go is such a good game. To get
It is.
started with Pokemon.
It is the-
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's the best remake of an original game that Pokemon have done.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like at some point we'll continue this, but I do want to talk about Let's Go 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, that's how I first got started back into Pokemon. And yeah, so like backtracking to like after we'd done the booster, the Darkness Ablaze booster box, we decided to let's maybe make something out of this. You know, it'd be fun. Like let's try it for a little bit, see how it goes, and then just go from there. Really, we never set out to do what we're doing now.
No.
Like we had no clue. But then we thought, because we were both really busy at that time, and I thought, well, if we want to make something out of this, we have to have something that's coming out semi-regularly. So maybe we need to like get another person involved. And then you mentioned Mr. JB.
Yeah.
Oh,
Poke
yeah.
fan extraordinaire.
Yeah.
I guess. Well,
That's the
actually,
thing, like,
Well,
How
you're
much-
the biggest nerd out of all of us, aren't you, with cards? 1,000,000%.
yes.
1,000,000%.
Trading card games, I would 100% say.
Yeah.
I've had my fingers in a lot of pies when it comes to trading card games. Well, all nerds
nerdism,
Nerdism.
nerd fandom.
Nerd fandoms in general. I'm with everything. I kind of like to follow a lot of stuff. There's very few things that really catch my eye. I'd say off the top of my head, the one thing I've never got involved in is Star Trek.
Yeah,
I did
agree.
when I was a kid.
Never
I did
grabbed
when
me.
I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah, I.
What, better than Star Wars?
I never got into Star Wars until I gone to uni. I was never really into Star Wars.
That's crazy, man.
I was.
That is crazy.
I watched, like, I remember when I was a kid, 8, 9 years old, I used to watch Deep Space Nine, Voyager, you know, not really Enterprise. Enterprise wasn't really my thing. That was kind of a lull period for Star Trek.
Yeah.
But then Voyager came back, and Voyager was the shiz. It was so good. But that's when I was a kid. After that, I lost track of Star Trek, and then got into Star Wars, which is by far the more superior.
You know what? There's arguments to be made. I think
There are arguments,
two very different sci-fi
True.
series, I guess, franchises.
Just very similar names.
Yeah. Just going back to, I guess, my introduction to the channel. So I remember this group chat popping up, and you both obviously being in it.
Group one chat.
Saying, hey, do you want to join us to do a YouTube video? I was like, absolutely. Sign me up. I'll always leap the opportunity to join you guys for something like that. So the day comes, we arrive at Joey's office, and you guys are talking about what to call it.
Do we have a video that you first ever joined?
Yeah.
It'll be whatever video is,
I don't remember that one.
whatever's on the channel with us.
So this is the first.
That is the
Blastoise
Blastoise
open.
v theme.
There he is. There's Jack's first appearance.
There I am.
There he is.
Just cracking wires immediately.
I remember that the TV going off as we were about to start recording.
Yeah.
The TV went off, and we're like,
And we all went,
but if anything, that kind of makes us who we are, because even though we try to do what we can, stuff like that happens, and it happened in the first video.
yeah.
And it continues to happen now.
Yeah.
With
Absolutely.
mics turning off in a podcast.
Yeah. So, side note, I really want to apologize for the audio, because we had issues with Joey's mic last time. Hopefully, this time it is sorted. We shall see.
Yeah. So here I am, obviously in the video, thinking this is great. I'm really enjoying the fact that they've brought me in for this one video. And then
Just one afternoon, just a couple of hours.
yeah, a couple of hours, cool, great. Then after we finished filming, you guys were like, cool, so when are we next gonna get together? And I was like, oh,
I'm in this for the
oh,
long haul.
I'm committed.
Yeah, you're committed. You're in a committed relationship with the two of us.
Yeah. So I guess I just want to say, like, I never actually signed up.
I'm just here.
I just never left. That was my.
You're part of the people. You're part of the group of people that when Thanos snapped away, you stayed.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was just here for the 5 years. Like, what's going on? But obviously, I'm so happy that I did stay, but that was never my intention. I never going into it thought I'm gonna
Just a nice afternoon with the boys.
literally that's
Open
what I
up
thought.
some
Yeah.
like crappy starter deck.
I was like,
stuff.
oh, they just want someone in to crack wires.
And you
They
say
don't want that for the whole channel.
and you've cracked wires for like 3 years now.
I guess what, like 317 videos I've cracked wires.
Yeah. There's been a certain amount.
See,
of
that
cracking
number's
wires.
scary. To think that over 300 videos have been on the channel.
Yeah.
That I've edited.
Yeah, a lot of work.
That's when I realized, holy crap.
Yeah, I mean that's card openings, that's reactions, that's shorts, that's
Vlogs.
trips away,
filming in different countries.
Filming in different countries.
Yeah, it's changed a lot since like just card openings.
Since that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was just card openings, but now I mean we've been Iceland, been traveling, we've been Amsterdam to the Pokemon Museum.
So it's one of those things like, yes, like card openings is great, and I love doing card openings to this day, but you got to evolve your content. You can't just stick with the same thing. You need to evolve. You need to expand your content because, yes, some people are here just for the card openings, which is fine. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But some people want to see more. Some people want to see what we're doing. You know.
Yeah, and that's what I'd like to pursue more. What we do.
You're a community of people.
100%.
Yeah.
Because I mean, honestly, I don't really enjoy the card openings as much as I used to.
No, I think that's why, because like me and Jack have had this conversation a few times. Like that's probably the reason why you have stepped away from doing card openings, because initially it was quite insane to you, and also bear in mind we were filming in your office,
and celebrations was such a high for me. Like that was like.
Yeah, so you've
nothing's grabbed.
Yeah, so you've only come back a couple of times in terms of card opening stuff, if a set's been interesting to you, like celebrations, like 151. You know, sets at
Rocket. I'll absolutely get on
the
board.
Team Rocket set coming out. Early to mid next year in 2025. And we absolutely get like, you know, you just want to come for the reactions and the podcasts and like the trips that we take as well.
Yeah, I love the trips. I love the trips.
Me
the
too.
Trips are great.
Yeah.
Jack's in all of them.
I'm there.
Who
do you think's holding the camera?
Exactly. See, now people don't know what to believe.
Yeah. For the audio listeners, I winked at the camera.
He gymmed.
For the audio listeners,
he gymmed the camera.
I didn't go.
Disclaimer. Wasn't there.
That's why we do more than card openings now. Like we need a variety of content on the channel.
Exactly.
For
So
the channel to keep going.
Just to sort of break it down a little bit. So the playlists that are on the channel, 219 card opening videos.
Wow.
35 videos of a Pokemon Scarlet playthrough.
Yeah.
By Jay. 5 videos under
side
toys.
Note on that, the DLC will not be coming out.
It just won't.
No.
Just won't.
What's the reason?
The reason is one reason. When I say that is the J reason, is because I've accidentally deleted the face cam footage.
Oh, you donut.
But
you completed the game.
I completed the game, but not the DLCs.
Oh, we don't.
So I'm just going to play the DLCs in my own time. But that does mean when the next Pokemon game comes out, I have the opportunity and flexibility to do that now. Or I could go back and play a previous game like Arceus, or even going further back, all the way to Gen 3 and Gen 2.
To the actual,
to back in day, to the games that I've never played before.
The actual good games.
And do some potential Nuzlocks, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. So Joey's obviously done Funko Pop unboxings.
Yeah, you've got a couple of videos.
I have 6.
You have 6 in the
I have
bag.
6 that I've just not edited.
Now
I can just edit it into one big.
A super unboxer.
Just a big
Super
unboxing,
mega
just a-
Big
compilation.
old, yeah.
sick
We've
old
got 13 reaction videos.
Yeah. So that's
How have we got 13?
so it's not just the movie reactions, it's also reacting to
Oh yeah.
trailers, it's also like, for example, when you bought those expensive PSA cards,
Yes.
which are, you've definitely at this point in time you've overpaid. You paid hype prices at that point.
Oh, 100%.
The value has gone down a lot on those cards.
Not the
But-
Charizard one. I did
Yeah.
it the other day. Yeah.
But
yeah.
yeah, so it's not just reacting to movies; it's other type of reactions that we do.
Including when we drank
Pokemon soda.
How many expired sodas did we drink?
8 or something
8?
like that.
Oh.
8 different flavors.
We
When
didn't.
did
We
you do
didn't know.
that?
We didn't know they were.
Oh, you didn't
expired.
see the video?
No.
Yeah, it's
Oh gosh. No, that reaction. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Can we just talk about that beard for a second?
That beard
we
was-
can talk about that,
That
beard.
beard.
I didn't realise you had it in you, Jack.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's not as big as it's been.
No, he's
Look
had
at
bigger
that.
beards.
I had bigger beards than that.
Damn.
Yeah, quite the beard, eh?
Yeah, quite a beard.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at that shiver. Gosh. Were these from our good friend in Leicester.
from Super Game Shack.
I don't know what are we doing here.
Oh.
I think 50% of the videos aren't even about Pokemon.
No.
No.
That's why I always say people always say to me, "Oh, what makes your channel different from any other Pokemon channels?" Because half our content is not Pokemon related.
Yeah.
And it's just us it's just us being friends. I think is
We're
that's
just,
the
having,
clincher.
just having a good time.
Do you know what I mean?
The friends with the Pokemon cards we met along the way.
Yep. Then there's gaming videos, which I think are reaction videos to like
Yeah, so
Snap
it's,
DLC and
so it's all a
Where is that?
that was in my first place when we first started the channel. This was a little tiny
So we have 6.
6 locations then.
6 locations.
Technically. Wow.
But I rarely filmed in there because the space was so small.
Film that.
Do you know, like, I was literally about, like, 2 feet away from the wall filming that.
And then this is
The Leicester Card Show.
Yeah,
That was a good video, man.
That was good.
it was.
That
You know
was a
what?
very
I
good
was
video.
so happy with the editing. In
Yeah,
this
you made
video.
a movie.
I was
This is a
really
really
happy
good
about this
video.
came
Yeah.
out
I've watched this a few times.
because like this is the first video where I started doing like narrated intros over
Yeah.
the animations
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, you made a whole thing with this. Brilliant.
Yeah, that's
Look at this, Jay.
that's
fantastic.
So I'm really happy with this edit, but it took me like 2 or 3 weeks to edit it.
I can imagine.
Because I was so passionate about it for many different reasons. One, because, you know, I wanted to make this intro, this really cool. Like, this is such a YouTuber
Oh, yeah.
style intro, you know, rather than our standard, like, hey, welcome to the channel. But also because of what I achieved for this video, like completing 2 sets, like mastering 2 sets in one video, which I wasn't planning on doing, but I ended up doing anyway.
Another thing to kind of point out, I guess, in on my perspective, is when I joined the channel unwillingly, my relationship with Pokemon was probably at quite a low.
Oh.
Because we were deep into Sword and Shield times at that point, weren't we?
We were.
And
Sword
you were
and
not a
Shields.
fan of that game.
No.
You kind of burnt your bridge in a way.
I had, I think. Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee did bring me back, and I loved playing them. But then I finished them.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I'm
What
done.
now?
I'm done. I'm not going to go back and play Sword and Shield.
Yeah, yeah.
I think maybe maybe we had a trailer for Scarlet and Violet, maybe.
We had Arceus in that, didn't we?
Yeah.
yeah.
Which was a good game. It was a good game. I did enjoy it. It was something different.
That was a good game.
I'm glad they tried it. From the sounds of it, ZA won't be like that.
But it's not going to be like a Scarlet and Violet Sword and Shield type of game either.
No,
Was it the same mechanics as Legends, though?
I don't think so, because it's about building the city, right? Which was nothing like Arceus. That was about completing the Pokédex, and I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
there
this
was
is going to be about
moments-
that.
There was moments where you, like, reinstated buildings and, like, changed architecture. So,
But not to the extent I think that they're going
yeah.
with this, and I don't think completing a Pokédex is going to be.
Even a thing.
Maybe not. I think a Pokédex must still be
It'll be something
Evolved.
because that's like a core of a Pokemon game is to complete a Pokedex, but it won't be.
Well, let's hope so.
information on the Pokemon you
thing.
capture and all that stuff. Will the capture mechanics be the same? You know, because that was the basis of Arceus, was that you threw as many Pokeballs at as many Pokemon because you had to catch like 10 to complete a certain specific part of a Pokedex, and then so on and so forth. That mechanic's probably not gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
So what's the capture mechanic gonna be? Is there a capture mechanic? Do you capture Pokemon? Do you battle Pokemon? We don't know. We know very little.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
I'm interested to, because I just don't know what that first trailer is going to be.
The thing is, right, I've never ever fell off Pokemon ever. Ever since I was a kid, the amount of love I had it for as a kid, I still got it now. So like with ZA coming out, I'm very 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 excited. But I am sort of like the last few Pokemon games, Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield, have been so mid that my hype is still there, but I'm just not, I'm not as excited as I was.
You're intrigued rather than excited, would you
No,
say?
because there is a bit of excitement there, but I'm also like skeptical, where I never was
You're
before.
you're apprehensive.
Yeah, I never was before. The first time I ever felt that was when I saw Fennekin's evolution. That was the first time I was like,
Oh no.
yeah. And then it started going downhill from there with Pokemon. But then the games have really took a dive, especially that last one. What was the last one? Scarlet
Scarlet
Violet?
Violet.
Scarlet
That
Violet.
was just usually right. This is how because I enjoyed it. It's fun. If I didn't like something, I wouldn't play it. Right? I liked it enough to finish it. But what happens with me, and it's ever since I first played like my first ever Pokemon game, I got so hyped and so obsessed that I could finish it in 3 days.
Yeah.
Without question. Every single Pokemon days. So probably like 2 to 4 days done. I'd take it off work. I just finish it.
I remember you would come into, when we used to share an office space, you would come into your little office and you wouldn't even do work. You would just
I've been playing it. Yeah,
you'd
mate,
just
because I loved
play
it.
that.
Like Let's Go Pikachu. I loved that. I completed that in 2 days.
Yeah.
That's how much I loved it. But Scarlet and Violet, I completed it in 4 months. It just took me so. It just took me so. I was so bored. I didn't.
And it
care.
has nothing to do with your schedule because you will always find a way to
Pokemon
make time.
Pokemon, I'll find a way. Always.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I was just not excited by it at all.
I think I think every Pokemon fan has experienced it in some form or another. There is always a dip because the series always goes in a way, and I think that's with every franchise. Always goes in a direction that, well, you're not going to please everyone, are you?
Yeah.
No,
It's impossible.
it's impossible.
It is impossible. There are people that would have played or experienced Red and Blue and went, nah, it's not for me.
Yeah.
But then came back and went, wow, this Scarlet and Violet game, this is great.
Yeah, like I'm kind of a prime example of that because Sword and Shield was like the first Pokemon game I like. I'm not counting Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee for me because they are remakes of Yellow.
Yeah.
Sword and Shield was the first full game that I got back into, and looking back, I really enjoyed it. But the thing is, I really enjoyed it because Scarlet and Violet has been very underwhelming compared to Sword and Shield. But before Scarlet and Violet came out, I wasn't that. I feel like I didn't get much enjoyment from Sword and Shield. But now Scarlet and Violet's come out, I quite like Sword and Shield a hell of a lot more than Scarlet and Violet.
You kind of appreciate what it was
I can
doing.
appreciate it a lot more. And
I agree
that's
with
nothing
that
to do
as
with
well, though.
time. I'm just trying to compare my experience playing the two games. I think, like, I mean, we can get into a whole conversation about, like, what's wrong with modern Pokemon
And we will.
games. And we will. That's definitely a topic we can talk about at least 3 times.
Yes. It's interesting that we've kind of got your perspective, actually, because me and Joey, I assume, were there through every generation.
I
Yeah, you've
can't-
gone through it all more or less.
I can't remember. I actually think I started on Silver and Crystal,
Yep.
and then I went
Gen,
back
Gen 3.
Gen 2.
Yeah.
I think I started on Gen 2,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went back for Fire Red
Okay.
to play that.
Yeah.
I think that was my experience, and then Ruby and Sapphire came out.
So
I think that was my experience.
I don't remember how I acquired it, but I never had a Game Boy. I never had a Game Boy Color. my first Game Boy was the Game Boy Advance.
Mine as well. So sick.
Yeah,
So
incredible.
remember-
and when you were that age,
Do you remember at night with the little night light?
had to.
Oh my god.
There was no
Best.
backlight.
There was no backlight. It was amazing.
It was the exact same for the original Game Boy.
Yeah.
Like, I remember like being in car rides and the backseat of the car playing the Game Boy, and the only way I could play the game was if we were passing across a street light. So like I had like a good 3 or 4 seconds where like yes.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh.
that's what-
Well, that's interesting. If you didn't play Pokemon, what games were you playing on the Game Boy? Were there any others?
it was Pokemon.
Oh, it was Pokemon.
Yeah, it was Pokemon Blue for me. That was
Yeah.
Oh,
my
so you
first
did play
Pokemon
them
game.
back in the day?
Yeah.
So that's the thing, right? So Jay,
I only dropped off because I grew up and my friend group wasn't into Pokemon.
Wow.
yeah, you evolved.
I evolved and then
You can't
de-evolved because I came back.
Yes, exactly.
Well, it's like a Mega Evolution.
Yeah, I mega evolved or I digivolved.
You did
Go,
evolved.
I'm
and then
now
we're
back to rookie.
Yeah. So I don't remember how, but I got a copy of Pokemon Silver. But it wasn't like a gift. I never got the box. I just got the game. Don't remember how. But I remember playing that. Pokemon Silver was the first Pokemon game I played. I remember having glimpses of people playing Red, Blue, Yellow. Maybe had like a little bit of a go on them, but I never actually like played them. Silver was the first game that I played, start to finish.
So we're in the same boat.
We're in the same boat.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't call Gen 2 my generation. I would say that Generation 3 is the generation that...
See, that's interesting.
I'm
because
exactly the same.
Usually, people say their favorite gen based on what first Pokemon game they played.
Yeah. And I understand that. I get that. But I think that Generation 3, it was just such a leap
Yeah.
from what Pokemon was to what it became. It was so vivid. It was so vibrant in like colors.
First time the sprites moved.
The sprites were moving. No, Crystal did that. Crystal did have moving sprites.
Oh, I'm thinking of Emerald, aren't I? Because
Yes.
they stopped it for...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they didn't move in Gold and Silver, moved in Crystal, didn't
they-
move in Ruby and
Then
Sapphire,
moved to Emerald.
moved in Emerald. And then I believe from Diamond and Pearl they just were moving after that.
So the reason... So I'm the same, right? I played Gen 2, then 1, but I vividly remember Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Yeah.
More than Red and Blue, more than Yellow, more than Crystal, more than Silver. I remember this so much. And it was because not only the games, but I was also following the anime. Because the anime did a huge upgrade as well. And I remember when the games came out, Ash just travelled to Hoenn. And it was the first time I ever played it while watching the anime together. And what I was doing, Ash was doing.
Right. So
And it
you were kind of like you were playing the story out yourself.
It was the coolest experience ever. 'cause I
You were
was
like
actually
Ash's.
the
You were
same
like
age.
Ash's
It was-
companion. Weren't
Yeah, it was amazing, and it was just I have vivid memories of Ruby and Sapphire
Yeah.
more than any game. I want to say it's my favorite generation, top 3 definitely.
Because of the time you had when playing it.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was fantastic.
It's the one. I remember buying Sapphire. I remember going to Woolworths.
Wow,
Wow.
that is back in the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
I miss Woolworths.
Going to
That was good
Woolworths.
times.
And I remember standing there with Ruby in my left hand, Sapphire in my
Oh
right
yeah,
hand.
both.
wow.
Oh,
And I was like,
Which one?
which one? And I think that's quite...
because as a kid, that's a big
it is.
big
Yeah.
decision.
It is a
big
big decision because as a kid, you get one.
Yeah, as an adult, we have adult money.
Yeah.
As kids, we had
Expendable
to, like-
income.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
With
'Cause
kids, we had to
obviously
convince a mum and be
back-
like, right,
back
Mum, I want
then-
this one.
Choosing a certain Pokemon game coming out, you didn't know which ones to choose. You didn't know which one your friend was going to choose because obviously you needed that link cable for the old Game Boys.
Did the
And
link cable?
If you wanted to get the Pokemon.
I bought the manual
Yeah.
because I really wanted to know what the exclusive Pokemon were.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't have really good internet back then. I don't remember that at all. And I remember buying the manual.
I miss the manuals in the game the game books and like the cheat code books
Yeah.
and stuff
Game
like
guides.
Game guides, yeah.
I mean, you used to have to. You used to have to get the Pokemon game guides to know what level Pokemon evolved.
that. Yeah.
When they learnt moves, it was all in there. But the internet then wasn't really like a.
No, the internet was just purely like database sort of
Yeah.
way of using.
It was like
using a computer.
3 chat rooms.
Yeah.
Yahoo Answers.
Yeah.
Good time.
Ask Jeeves.
Yeah, having manuals back in the day was the only way you could
Yeah.
figure out like, okay, how do I get from A to B? Like when I played Pokemon Blue for the first time, I got stuck just before you get to what's the ghost tower, Lavender Town.
Lavender Town.
I got stuck after getting to Lavender Town. I didn't know where to go because obviously it opens up to
It does, yeah.
loads of
Yeah.
you could go in like 3 or 4 different directions,
Yeah.
and I didn't know where to go, so I got totally lost until I read the manual.
And it recommends going a certain way.
Yep.
But I think that's a very interesting point that you brought up there, is that badges in Generation 1 and 2, with the exception of some of them, you could get in any order. I think badges 4, 5, and 6 in Generation 1, you could get 6, then 4, then 5.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
if you
of
wanted
course,
to.
Yeah, once you learn certain HMs and once you add like a poker flute, etc.
Once you get to Lavender Town, you go across to Cerulean. No, Celadon.
Yeah.
And then from Celadon, you could go. Yeah, you can go here. You go to Fuchsia. You could go to Saffron.
Once you give those patrollers that bottle of water,
Yep. Yeah, yeah.
and say, "Hey, we'll share this single bottle of water with our entire workforce."
Yeah. Yeah. I'll make sure to share it. Like, well, I'll just go get you.
Yeah,
I'll get it if you want,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
It's nothing to me.
it's
Let me go beat
it's
up
a
with
poker
the-
dollar.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let me beat up youngster Joey again. He'll give me $3,000. Yeah. What is the exchange rate of Poke dollars?
Oh,
You
it's
know what I mean?
crazy, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
is. Kids are running around in that game with pockets full
Yeah.
of cash.
Lemonade was like
Yeah.
100 Poke Collars as well.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
That
crazy.
explains why the bicycle costs so much if you were trying to buy it.
Did you guys did anyone buy that bicycle?
No,
No, I never got enough money. I don't think
I
there's
don't-
enough money.
I think it's because isn't it 1 million?
Yeah.
And you can only get 999,000.
Yeah,
It's something like that. Yeah, there's like a cap on how
Yeah.
much you can earn in.
So you can't even buy it.
Can't even buy
Wow.
it.
Can't buy it. Yeah.
The biggest lie.
Yeah. And it's only that generation that makes you pay for it as well.
Yeah.
Without like a voucher. Gen 2, they're like, oh, I'll give you a bike if you ride it around. It's like
Yeah.
advertising. Generation 3 onwards, they're just like, you have a bike.
Just have a bike, which is yours now.
Just have it.
Yeah.
And then in the last gen, it's like, yeah, your legendary Pokemon that you see,
that is
you can
a
just
bike.
use your
Yeah.
bike.
Here's your bike. Yeah.
Oh,
See the wheels?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they magically appear.
So,
Yeah.
question: what's your favorite generation?
Generation 3.
That is your favorite generation.
It is.
What about yours, Jay?
I mean, it's. I don't think you should count my answer because I haven't
No,
played
no,
through
no,
all
no.
the games.
No, don't
No.
unvalidate
No,
yourself. like
I'm
that.
not saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, my answers may not be the best because of my limited experience.
It's your
with-
personal answer, Jay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go. Can I say let's go Pikachu and Eevee?
Yeah. So
Be-
Gen
be-
1.
Yes. The reason why I say Pikachu, let's go Pikachu and Eevee, rather than like yellow or red or whatever, is because they've used some of the modern aspects of gaming in
Yeah.
Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Yeah.
So it's a nice blend between old and
It's the modernization of.
it's a modernization of a classic.
Mhm. Fair enough.
Brilliant game.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. That is
Like that. Like I've been itching to replay that
brilliant
because
game.
of how like let down I've been from Scarlet and Violet.
genuinely one of the best. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
What are you?
4.
Gen 4.
Gen 4. That's my favorite.
Mm.
Yeah. Platinum. I can't.
What a game.
I like what a perfect game.
Yeah.
To me,
It
that
really
was
is,
just-
isn't it?
How good and like honestly, that what was it? The Mirror World, the Mirror Dimension. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, what is that called?
I have no idea. But that whole moment, because
Giratina's
I played Diamond and
dimension,
Pearl.
Yeah.
I've probably played that. I'm pretty sure I racked up. It must have been like thousands of hours.
Um,
Like, it was stupid. So when Platinum came out,
Yeah.
and that happened, was one of the most magical experiences ever. And I think it was the first to introduce snow as well. Like, that was like the Weasel
Yeah.
and Rotom.
which are in your top three.
Wow! Whoa, what Pokemon! It was just such a fantastic game. And then I really, really like X and Y.
Okay.
That to me, all right. I loved X and Y. There was something about it that I absolutely loved. That was probably top 5 X and Ys.
Yeah.
What did you say yours was, Jack?
Generation 3. So
Generation
Ruby,
3.
Sapphire, Emerald.
What do you think about Alpha?
I appreciate them as yeah.
Really? That's an unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Everyone loves them.
Yeah.
I love them.
I get it. And when I played through them, I was like, this is great. But then I go back and I play Emerald or Ruby and Sapphire just on the base, at a base layer. There's just something so fantastic about those sprites.
Yeah, you like the sprite.
Just the 2D.
You're a sprite guy.
I'm a sprite guy.
Yeah, you're a sprite guy.
Sprite guy through
That
and
makes
through.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you bring in the 3D models and stuff, I get it. You know, it's nice to see the Pokemon as a 3D model. You can spin it around. You can see all the details of it. But then they don't do anything with it.
Yeah. That's the big issue for everything.
They
Yeah.
do it for the sake of just doing it.
Yeah. But then they attack and they barely move. Tackle is just the whole model shifting forwards.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Scratches just going like this. And
Yeah.
then there's an animation going. Yeah, no. If they did something like the battle arenas and Colosseum,
Pokken Tournament.
Pokémon tournament, yeah, that was cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
do you know what I
yeah. Wii U or Wii U
It was
it?
Wii U,
Or Wii?
and then they brought out the Switch.
Yeah, straight after, wasn't it?
Yeah, Switch version of it as well.
Yeah.
I just think you could. You can do it. We've seen you do it.
Yeah. That's the issue.
So why are we regressing back
Yeah.
to this base form? You know, and then Scarlet and Violet. When you battle something in that game, it just tracks to where you are in the world. It doesn't go into a different.
Yeah, it's not like a
Oh.
specific area. It's just a default environment.
Yeah, but if you're near a cliff,
Yeah. You
It
go
will
through the cliff.
you go through
Yeah.
the cliff. It will spawn the Pokemon off the cliff that you're battling,
Yeah.
so you can't see it, and it's just there was nothing wrong with how we were doing it.
Yeah, it was fine.
It was
abso-
fine.
And there was moments in my game. I think I had a broken game or something. But every single time I battled, what Pokemon did you have, by the way?
I gone with Fuecoco.
Who did you get?
It was Sprigatito.
Sprigatito.
Floycoco. So you had the what's the best evolution? Dinosaur.
Center Scorch.
So I had Center Scorch. Every single time I battled, the camera was so zoomed in, I could barely see any of Center Scorch.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was an error in my game.
It-
or I
it-
didn't
it
see
was
that.
not, I assure you.
No, it's
Huh?
it's
It
like,
wasn't.
It wasn't.
It's not. It's like so.
Oh.
Say I think the
So I
last
could
evolution.
barely see him.
Tinkerton, the pink Pokemon with a big hammer, a big mallet.
Yeah,
So
Amy Rose from Sonic.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
so that's one of my favorite Pokemon. But
it?
yeah,
Really?
because I'm into D&D. I'm into barbarians. I like
yeah.
An angry person with a big hammer or mallet just smashing.
That speaks every language. Today.
Yeah.
Hammers.
Which I find that just like really cool. So that was one of my favorite Pokemon coming
That's
out of
great.
Scarlet and Violet. But the camera angles using that Pokemon, because the hammer just covers up the Pokemon.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Like either have better camera angles or have the Pokemon designed so they're holding the hammer on the other side, not facing the camera. It's camera setup 101. Don't block the view.
yeah, ridiculous. That the whole game. The sad thing is that we see the potential. That's why we're upset. You know what I mean?
Because like
We see the potential of
obviously,
Pokemon.
we know we're not going to get the graphics of like a Batman or any sort of that sort of level of games. But you look at the latest couple of Zelda games, how beautifully stunning they are,
Yeah.
and Pokemon have, or Game Freak, like they have so much money they could invest in making a game look exactly like, or if not better than, a Zelda game.
Easy.
Yeah, 100%. I think the thing that I can't excuse is that Pokemon as a franchise is globally the largest franchise in terms of income.
Yeah.
Why are you not throwing
It's crazy.
every penny that you have to just keep these games going? I don't get it.
It doesn't make any sense.
I don't get it. That looks good, actually. Why does that look good? That's not what the games look like.
It's because it's the washing function, isn't it? It's the picnic function.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah, it's the picnic.
So that's a whole different like.
Ugh.
It just looks like a mobile game,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Why is there
like-
just a fountain? Like, what is that?
So
Why have they done that?
that mini game for that gym, like you have to get 10 Sunflora. When I had more than like 5 or 6, the Pokemon in the game were glitching. Like the Pokemon were lagging because of the amount of
Yeah.
characters on screen.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, when you was running back with them.
Yep.
Yeah, and it did like 2 frames a second, didn't it?
I want to just test you two. Can you both name me a town or a city in Gen 1?
Yeah. Pallet Town, Lavender Town,
Cerulean.
Saffron City.
Yeah. Oh, lots. Okay.
Yeah.
Gen 2?
Uh,
This is all you, buddy.
Twin Leaf. No, shit, not Twin Leaf.
That's Gen 4.
Probably not.
But that's a Gen 4 one. Okay. But Gen 2, Ecruteak,
yeah.
Goldenrod,
Goldenrod. That's what I was thinking of.
New Bark Town.
New Bark Town.
Yeah.
And I know. There's another one.
What if I said Olivine? Olivine City. Right?
Yeah.
Gen 3?
Yeah. Twin Leaf.
No, that's Gen 4.
Oh, is it? I just love Gen 4. I'm not good with names. I'm
Yeah.
not good with
But Gen 3, I could go Little Root.
Little Root. Yeah.
Little Root Town. Oldale Town.
Route 1, Route 2.
Petalburg
Route 3.
City.
Yeah.
Rustboro City.
Yeah.
So many.
You're good with this.
Right? I know you can because you spend hours editing footage for Pokemon Scarlet.
You say that, but I can only one name is coming to my head of a town in Scarlet and Violet.
Okay. But
Can-
wait,
Wait, what's...
Joey. Can you name one town or city in Scarlet and
trying
Violet?
to figure out what the original, what's the starter city? 'Cause I'm usually really good at these.
The starter city is the main city.
Yeah.
It's not
You
even
don't-
on my tongue. Like,
You
I
don't
can't-
you don't start in a town. You start off in
Yeah.
2 houses that's next to.
Yeah, but I'm usually good at them ones. It's not even on the tip of my tongue. Like, I don't know. I can't. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Okay. Can you name any from Sword and Shield?
I can't.
No, I can't. I can't think of one. Again, not even on the tip of my tongue.
The only one that comes to mind from Scarlet and Violet for me is a place called Cascarafa. And I can't remember whereabouts that is on the
I don't
map.
know. I don't know where it is. I don't know what it looks
I
like.
just remember the name.
Okay.
And it's weird for me because, like you said, I've edited a lot.
Yeah.
I've said each town many
Yep.
times
and you've
over.
heard yourself say it over
Yeah.
and over and over again because you're editing footage.
But I will argue because those are more modern games, so they're not as memorable as Gen 2s or Gen 3s to an extent.
Okay.
I'm not arguing against
Yeah.
it. I'm just saying would be my reasoning why I can't remember, and also because I'm getting older, I'm remembering less as the days go on.
Just try, when I'm trying to think of something, I always try and picture it.
Yeah.
I can picture so many just towns in all the other games, but I can't picture any of the newest ones. Like,
No.
Like, oh, the school.
Yep.
But where is it?
Hey, look, I didn't sign up for
Whoa,
that.
wait.
I didn't sign up for that. Oh, I know what the academy's called.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it is called something in Academy.
I don't know what it's called. No, forget it. Wait, what was it called?
I don't know.
Oh, it was in the DLC and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because you took school trips.
I think the DLC, the second DLC, you go to Blueberry Academy.
Blueberry Academy.
Blueberry Academy.
In
But
the
that
second
wasn't-
DLC.
That wasn't the new game. That was
No, no,
Scarlet
no.
Violet, though, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, Scarlet Violet.
I
yeah.
hate how you're like college students now.
Right.
Everything's so boring.
Right?
Like the gyms are stadiums.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Why every single gym is a stadium? In the original games, you go into like this big swimming pool area.
Yeah.
And, like, how much are stadiums? Every single one is a stadium and the same music. You know, yeah. And also, Mega Evolution. Mega Evolution is some of the coolest.
Yeah.
Mega Evolution, I think, is the greatest thing ever. Genuinely love it.
Mm-hmm.
And then what Gigantamaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Insanely
G-Max,
boring.
VMAX.
So the new one, what was it? Terrestrializing.
Terrestrializing.
I completely forgot that was in the game. The way I play Pokemon is that I never go to a Pokemon Center. I just use potions. I barely go to Pokemon Centers. So my Terrestrializing never
Never got.
It never got
rebuilt.
recharged.
it never got recharged. So I never used it.
The thing is, like, it's not
forgot.
it's not really an advantage using it if you got like a Pokemon that's like even 5 levels higher than your opponents.
Yeah.
Even without terrestrializing, you're
Well,
gonna win.
in your main like playthrough of those games,
It was pretty useless.
yeah, because
It's only good for online or raids.
exactly because you were the Pokemon that you would get, their terrestrializing type was always whatever their type was.
Yeah.
They didn't have like you didn't catch like a water type that had then a grass type terrestrialize, right? It was always
I've never forget.
So from
I have no idea.
from what I can remember, obviously you get like Pokemon can be any terrestrialize type,
yeah.
but I don't even think you can change.
Awful.
Yeah.
Absolutely awful.
Joey, you I don't think you'll know this. I don't think you'll know what even this is. Z moves,
Oh, I forgot about Z moves.
right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
Did I like them? I
so
don't
do you
think
know
I
what Z
did.
moves are? So Z moves, it was a item that you would like equip to a Pokemon, like a Mega Stone,
Like a Megastone.
like a
yeah.
Mega Stone. But it would,
I forgot about Z moves.
so you'd get like Electric Z or something. I can't remember what it's called, but it was,
And
what-
Pikachu did like a really special move.
yeah.
Z-Bolt or something?
So they would have then like a super ultra mega attack.
yeah.
That was Sun and Moon's thing,
Yeah.
Okay.
like Mega Evolution or Dynamaxing and things like that. But they would it would be like a real special animation when they did the attack,
was like a whole
like a
like
Dragon
cut-
Ball Z.
Yeah, it was
move.
like a cutscene, wasn't it?
okay.
Yeah.
Like, these bars came down.
Yeah.
Pikachu did like an angry face and like it jumped in the air.
Came up with
it was
like
really cool.
an attack.
Yeah. Yeah,
let
try to
me-
see if there's a video of it.
Yeah.
I don't know I can't remember if I used it as much though. Mega Evolution's the first time I fell in love with the mechanic.
Well, that was the first mechanic.
Mega Evolution was the first mechanic.
It was the first mechanic. So
Right. So Z move wasn't? Was that the second?
that was second. Yeah.
Right. Oh,
So
interesting.
all the way up to
Yes,
black
this is
and
what
white.
happened, look.
So this is them using a Z move. So you do a little dance with your Pokemon. It'll power them up.
Love the choreography.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as that's with Z power.
And it would have like an attack name. Oh no, it didn't.
Yeah, like he throws them. Look.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Catastrophe.
Catastrophe Pika. Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Cool, right? Now think like every battle. Every time you use a Z move,
Yeah.
this is an unskippable scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would get old very quickly.
And back in the day, like you can see by this, it took ages to load.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, because the 3DS was
it struggled.
it
Yeah.
struggled. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Seeing this for the first time,
Yeah.
fair play.
To
Really
be honest,
cool.
like playing it as well, bringing it back, I completely forgot about Z moves. Then
Yeah.
it was fun.
Mhm.
Like that was like a moment where you're like, I'm going to destroy you now.
Yeah,
Like-
it was. This, if if your Z move didn't kill whatever Pokemon you were attacking, you weren't doing it right.
Yeah. And they were good.
Yeah.
I really like these.
Yeah, to be honest,
Yeah.
Z moves and Mega Evolutions. Mega Evolutions more, but Z moves are good. I do like Z moves.
Yeah.
I do see what you mean by like getting a Dragon Ball vibe, because it's like I'm a massive Dragon Ball fan, and I know a lot of like the big final
Yeah.
attacks that a lot of like the characters have,
Yeah.
and I do get very similar vibes. Like I mean, all the Pokemon are going Super Saiyan right now.
Yeah.
And the aura's all yellow, you know.
Yeah. But it's so forgotten about, I feel like. People don't really talk about
No,
Z
you're right.
moves.
No, you're right. I completely forgot about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was cool.
Yeah, this was a whole thing, obviously, for a long time.
But this seems unique. Like it seems like obviously they wouldn't have it for every Pokemon. Like what's the title of this?
So this is
video?
all 29.
Okay, so it's
Z
not.
moves.
So it's not a Z move for every single Pokemon. It's
No.
only like
So Pikachu had its own specific one.
Three
the three
starters.
starters did,
Yeah.
and the legendaries did, including the Bulus.
yeah, which is fine. I much prefer it than the generic terrestrial attack that you get in Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
Because it's the same animation, it's the same style.
Yeah, absolutely. I really do not like the terrestrialization. I was borderline on the Dynamaxing.
That was such a like what a boring. I just don't.
Well, the terrestrializing.
Both. Dynamaxing to me is just like, right, let's just get this Pokemon, make it bigger.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, but only for 3 moves.
oh, it's just so,
Yeah.
it's just so.
But
like,
I will argue.
compared to these,
I will argue
creative-
that terrestrializing is nowhere near as good as the Gigantamax
There's
VMAX.
definitely a
Because
gap.
with
Yes.
Gmax, with Gigantamaxing, you get the like, you know, once you get into the DLC, a lot more Pokemon can change their appearance, change their look. But even in the base game, you do get a good handful of Pokemon that do change their look. Like the Gengar VMAX is now a
Yeah,
like a a different
Yeah.
form. A bit, it's got like a big head, etc.
yeah,
That's Gigantamax.
Me- like
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so,
Like Melmetal, all the starters, all these Pokemon get different forms, which I like.
Lapras.
That's you have all these like different forms that do look really cool.
I just feel like it's so much less creative than. Like, look at this.
Yeah,
Look at that. This is the first time, by the way, we see Snorlax stood up.
yeah.
What a great. Look at that.
Oh my god, that poor
Look at
Pancham.
it. What a creative.
Yeah, got wrecked.
Everything is different. Look at this. Like, I guarantee it's gonna be sick. I don't know who it is. It's gonna be sick. Yeah, Eevee. Look.
Eevee.
TV. This is actually a great
cool.
one. You're gonna love
yeah,
this.
this is cool. Look
You're
at
gonna
this.
love this
Look
shit.
at this. Just so you viewers are aware, we're watching Eevee Extreme Evo Boost, where it summons the spirits of every single evolution to destroy the opponent. Look at this. Tell me this isn't the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life.
And they power him up.
I love that Eevee is just getting inspired. It's just so Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah.
Look at it.
Look at this.
This
And
is
look,
just
open his
this
eyes.
is Goku using the ultimate
Boom.
Spirit Bomb,
Yeah.
getting the power from all the Saiyans and from all the people of Earth.
So it would
Love it.
boosted
Boosted special attack.
Everything.
all of its
Boosted
stats.
everything. Holy
Every
moly!
single
Sharply.
thing. Genuinely, this is brilliant. This Mega Evolutions.
Oh, Mew got one, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Let's
Genetics,
let's
isn't it?
move on to the next bit, because we don't want to just be watching this all the time.
Yeah.
oh,
Mega Evolution is peak.
That's what I was
Yes.
on about. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mega.
Yes,
Like,
it is.
I wish I was part of that gen with Mega Evolutions.
Well, you'll be on it soon, mate.
I will, but
ZA?
will they ruin it though?
No, you can't ruin Mega Evolution. It's too cool of a concept.
You
No.
say that,
No, you can't do it.
but
You can't do it. You can't ruin it.
Okay.
It's too cool.
okay.
Let's not ruin this sweet child's innocence.
This innocent child.
Yeah. It's Pokemon has been very fluctuating, I think, and I think just from this conversation alone, just us three in this vacuum talking about it, even we've said, yeah, this is where it was really good. Oh yeah, it wasn't very good here.
Yeah.
There's always going to be peaks and troughs, always. But are we going to get the next games
Yeah.
when they come out? And are we going to continue to do that?
We're a damn Pokemon channel. Yeah, it's like you gonna breathe tomorrow? I guess. Like
Yeah,
no, like I
gonna
mean,
go.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
The thing is, like, we're human. We complain. We're always going to find the negatives in stuff. We're always going to find the positives in the stuff. It's just what is given to us depends on what our reaction.
there's
is
just
gonna be.
there's just a part of me I think if I don't like the look of ZA or Generation 10 from the trailers, I might actually not get them.
Yeah. It's not that I won't get them. I'll definitely get them, but will I finish them?
You know,
Yeah.
and I think when you've been a fan of something as long as we have, like, when did Pokemon come out? 1999?
Yeah, something like
For
that.
us?
Yeah, 1998, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you talking about UK?
UK.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think
yeah.
obviously Japan had it before us.
Yeah,
didn't they?
Japan had it in like '96 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You do get a level of investment.
100%. Like it's part of who you are. Like in a way.
Yeah. I mean, same with Zelda. I'm a huge Zelda fan, so I will get Zelda games when they
True,
come out.
but Zelda has let you down a lot less than.
Yes, it
Pokemon
has. Absolutely, it has. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It has let me down.
Like, I'm
less.
sure the list of negatives for Zelda
Yeah.
versus Pokemon.
Oh, I've got so many negatives for Pokemon I could talk about all day. For every gen, I think every gen kind of has
Yeah.
there's a negative to it.
Yeah, but it just grows.
There's no
gen goes on.
perfect gen. But the ones that are like,
Gen 3 is
Gen
damn
4
close.
is pretty perfect.
but someone else will argue against you. It's like someone will say no, Gen 4's crap.
I don't
Yeah,
think
no.
anyone will say that, to be honest.
Ah.
Gen 4 is amazing. Gen 3, 4, and 5 for me are just like peak Pokemon. Like, you just can't get better.
Yeah. Well, your favorite Pokemon come from Gen
4.
4.
Yeah. Buizel and Rotom.
Yeah.
What a day.
That's your favorites.
Yeah. And then
If you had to pick a
Snivy,
Yeah.
Gen 5,
Gen 5.
favourite starter. What a peak.
But you don't like black and white, right?
Sorry, I'm talking about Gen 6. I do not like black and white. I do not like black and white. They're the only games I haven't finished.
Which is
Really?
astounding to me because they have
Yeah.
the best story.
They're the only games I didn't finish. I got to the desert area.
Yeah.
Didn't finish it.
How far in the game is the desert area?
That's after Badge 2.
So you're not even halfway through the
Wow, I
game.
didn't even know. You got to admit though, the Pokemon in that gen were not good. Like there was a lot of weak ones. Bring up the Pokédex for Gen 5. Come on.
Bring it up.
And then we'll finish the podcast because I think we've been going on for quite a while, right?
Yeah.
Bring up
But this is
Pokédex.
important. This is important. I think you're going to look at this Pokédex and you're going to go,
I don't think I will because
yeah.
I remember playing it and I remember like just catching so many. I'm like, I just don't want any of these in my
oh,
team.
this probably isn't a great way to do it.
Yes, the best starters.
Joe, we're barely seeing it.
These have the best starters known to man.
It's actually that's all of them. In that
Yeah,
gen.
there
So-
wasn't a lot.
So, Generation 5, again, this is probably news to you.
Do you want to maybe like click off that little
Do
notification?
you maybe
got there?
want to
Do you want to get people contacting you?
No. That's an old email address. They can try. You can try, but you ain't getting through to me. Generation 5 didn't have any returning Pokemon in
Yeah.
black and white.
It was all new.
all new.
They're all new.
All new.
Well, I don't know about that choice.
No? I
This is the issue,
loved it.
Jay. This is the issue because look at this. Right, the starters I think are fantastic. I don't think we can argue the starters. I love Snivy. Tepig's great. I didn't like Embor, but now I do. Oshawott fine. What's his last one? Samurott?
Samurott.
Samurott, I think, is great. If you just look at all of them Pokemon, like 6 of them are shitty monkeys. It's like 20 of them are plants and muscle heads. Like, they're not good. Zeraora and Zeraork, right? They are some of the best Pokemon ever made. I genuinely believe that. Look at all of the others. Look at them.
Yeah, this isn't even all of them.
I was about to say, like, that's why I'm so surprised when you said
Yeah,
they
it
didn't
cuts
include it.
off at Solosis, but that's.
Do you want to go on like Cerebi?
I do want to, but it's not going to be.
No, just go on Google. There'll be another.
It's
There
not gonna,
wasn't a lot.
Not going to give us what we want.
There was more than that, but there wasn't a lot. There's loads there. There's the sprites.
No.
Here we go.
Jinx, buy me Coke. Okay, right.
Snivy is my favorite. I love Snivy so
scroll
much.
through.
Is Victini the legendary of?
It
the
was,
game?
yes.
Oh, it's the mythical, isn't
It
it?
was a mythical, which was just given to you if you bought the games early, basically.
Hey,
if you're one of the first people to buy.
It's like
it,
in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. You got if
Yeah,
you got
Mew.
Pokeball, you got Mew.
Yeah. So starters, obviously. So this generation, Black and White 2 mixed them all back up together.
Yeah.
So you had returning Pokemon in it.
Got him.
But Black and White, they went straight new Pokedex, all new. Because then everything you were running into was exciting,
Okay.
right? You would look at it and go, wow, I wonder what that evolves into. I wonder what type it is. I haven't got a clue. I don't know.
Can I just say, if I came across a Patrat and was super excited to evolve it and got the Watchog,
This is the issue,
I would be
Jay.
pissed.
This is the issue, Jay. Every
What
single
the
evolution-
hell is that
Keep going.
design?
Just keep going. Just keep going.
Okay.
Look at the evolutions, Jay.
I don't know. Lipard's good.
No, it's
from
not though, is it?
Purloin.
Purloin and Lipod, I think, like their popularity keep them going.
Yeah. Look at these shitty monkeys.
Yeah, all right. The
Real-
monkeys are bad. The
Yeah.
monkeys are bad. Moshana, that's quite a cool design.
Yeah, no, agreed. Mishana's cool.
Yeah, this is the regional bird, P-Dove.
I don't care.
Went into Unpheasant.
Yep.
We had Blitzel.
Just a.
It's the horse of that gen.
It is. So, are you noticing anything so far, Jay? At the minute.
It's very like similar vibes to Gen 1 in terms of like
Yeah, it's basically retrains of what Gen
Yeah.
1 was.
you
So
got your horse Pokemon, you got your rock Pokemon, you got your
Ponyta
bird.
line, Geodude line.
Yeah.
Gigalith was even a trade evolution, like Golem is.
Okay.
Um,
Zubat line.
Yeah. Woobat. Zubat, come on.
Yeah.
Play the game. But but
Look at them.
like Sandshrew line.
Yep. I see that now.
Yeah. Ordino, Chansey.
A Chansey.
Yeah.
Or Jinx.
Yeah. Machop line.
Yep.
Timber, Gerda, Conkeldurr. Again, trade evolution. Conkeldurr.
I do like Conkeldurr as a Pokemon.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Slow as hell, but it's very
Yeah.
powerful.
Poliwag line.
Poliwag, yeah.
Seismitoads. Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan.
Yeah.
This is sort of like Caterpie, but actually didn't evolve at like level 7, then 10. It just kind of went, I think it was like 20 and then a Leafstone, I think.
Your Weedle.
Yeah, Weedle into that. I mean, I like them. I think they're okay. Right? They're pretty cool, but every Pokemon was...
Nothing excited me about these Pokemon. You know when
Oh,
you know when you're
Crocodile,
trying.
Crocodiles.
Well, yeah, no, he's the coolest of them all. Yeah, 100%. But like,
Darmanitan.
when I didn't like him very much. When I was trying, I think what I was really annoying it was that I was trying to get a cool team, and I just had no Pokemon that I thoroughly like looking at. Except, yeah, I love Tortuga. Cool, really
Yeah.
cool.
What? Hold up.
Fossil Pokemon.
Tortuga.
Yeah.
Why? I've never seen that in the Pokemon TCG cards.
That's
Have you
definitely
s-
been in the cards.
They Where the hell has that Pokemon been in the Pokemon TCG?
Right,
I
they're
think
just
you
all-
might be right.
they're all
I don't-
figured
We've opened up a lot of sets.
Google it right now. Just Google it. Because if we're right, then we've.
I mean, it would have had cards.
Yeah, what have I cards? But
But you've never had a Tortuga card.
Tuga.
Surely.
Yeah, no. Well, that's a silver border.
Yeah, I've seen
okay,
that card on the
what's
left.
what's set?
Oh, I don't know what's that.
Scarlet and Violet,
SCR?
Stellar Crown. Oh, Stellar Crown. So that's the latest set that's come out. Okay,
Okay. So it is.
but
there.
we haven't opened up any cards of that on the set. Open up that set so far.
Antique cover fossil.
But I mean, like those other cards were like Sun and Moon and previous eras in the TCG. So
I mean, if we're gonna say it, where's Mudkip? Where's the Mudkip cards? Where are they? Give them to me.
they're around, but not much.
Well,
I just none of these excite me, man. None of them.
Oh, do you not like Reuniclus?
No.
It's pretty
Look
cool.
at them. They're exactly the same.
It's pretty cool. Ducklet.
No.
Okay.
No. The ice cream.
Yeah, that's cool. Vanillux.
No.
Okay.
Look at the small bit. Look at the look. It's just so uninventive. All of them. Look at the deer. I'm not going to say they're bad Pokemon. I love the deer, but it's just so uninventive. Like for a gen, just
See, the Joltik Galvantula, those are cool.
they're cool. Yeah, no, I agree.
Ferroseed, Ferrothorn.
Very cool.
I do like Clink's line.
Dude, that's the worst one.
Yeah, but I do. I just it just reminds me. Like, I know it's standard Magnemite, but it's just I just like it. It's just silly, isn't it?
I like Electros. I like this whole line. Very cool.
Tanamo just doesn't fit in with the rest of the line.
Yeah, I suppose. Shut up. Chandelure.
Chandelure, yeah, I
yeah,
like
very
that one.
cool.
Haxorus.
Yeah,
See-
absolutely.
Here's my issue with like Haxorus. It's one of those late Pokemon, like
Yeah, it's Larvitar.
yeah,
Yeah,
like it. You know, you don't come across the Pokemon until like halfway through the games, and it takes up to like what level 55, level 60 to finally get a Haxorus.
Yeah.
That's a long slog.
Yeah.
It's a cool Pokemon. Don't get me wrong, very powerful, but it's a slog to get that Pokemon.
Yeah.
it's rewarding though. It's like Dratini and Dragonite.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
hard to get. but it's
Dragon types are
rewarding.
always
Yeah, I
in the
suppose.
50s. Salamence is like 55, I
Yeah.
think. Hydreigon, that evolves at like
Oh, that's-
60
yeah,
something.
yeah,
It's
it's
silly, isn't it?
62.
Yeah, I remember.
The hell? Why? Look at Stunfisk picture.
Love that.
That's funny. I mean, Druddigon?
It looks like two separate Pokemon joined together.
It does.
I like the
Bisharp.
Golurk line.
Yeah.
Um,
Look, there's some gems. Okay?
Yeah, there's a few gems.
Oh, here he is.
yeah, Hydreigon's
That's
so-
a cool Pokemon.
Yeah, I remember not liking the legends or pseudos.
Yeah.
Volcarona's a very
Yeah.
powerful
Yeah.
bug fire
I
Pokemon.
hate the gods.
Yeah, Cobalion, Terrakion, Virizion.
All the
uh,
Thunder.
Yeah,
look at the-
Thunderous,
the
look,
Thunderous.
Tornadus.
Can't stand them.
And then Reshiram, Zekrom, they're pretty cool. Landorus, Kyurem, Keldeo, and Genesect.
Genesect was in this channel, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It
of
just seems
the-
like a lot of other gens to me. There are some good, there are some bad.
Yeah, but personally, to me, I think like this is more bad than good. Usually, there's more good than bad, but for me here, there's just more bad than good.
But if you have your favorites, right? So let's say Gen 10 comes out,
Yeah,
right? You're playing through it, and you're like, wow, look at all these cool new Pokemon. Then you come across a Buizel.
the happiest guy in the world,
Yeah. You catch it, it's on your team.
best day ever.
So then you've taken out potentially using the new water types.
Oh, I never. No. I always. It's my whole thing. I will always use the new gens. I will never use an older gen. I'll catch it
So what was the issue here when you're forced to do it?
because none of them was interested enough for me to like care. I was like, I was catching them all, training them all, evolving them all. I was just like, I hate this. I'm getting fed up with this one. Hate this. Had the crocodile. That was it. I didn't like any of them. Usually I've got a full team by like Gym 2. Happy with quite a lot. Then I start replacing them.
Mhm.
For this, I ate it. I just got rid of them all. I was like, no.
For reference, you get the crocodile line, Sandile, in the desert where he stopped playing.
Ah, okay. That makes
So he would have
sense.
gone, finally, a really cool Pokemon. Close.
Get rid. I remember it being hard as well because I only had one Pokemon because I hated all the others.
What type?
had my
what-
Pidgey,
What
my-
type was that?
Snivy, man. I love Snivy.
Yeah, it's a good Pokemon.
I mean,
So
yeah.
good.
I mean, it's all right during the desert, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, grass.
Yeah.
I had my Pidove as
Could have
well.
been worse. You could have had a fire
Yeah,
Pokemon in your team. You would have been screwed.
Yeah.
I won't be screwed because I'm sick of Pokemon.
No, you just said you found it really hard. So.
Hey, look, now, come on now. I had a pigeon on my team.
So I think it's been good for us to not just reminisce on the channel. I think it's been good for us to reminisce on Pokemon as a whole. I think that it's definitely brought out of us some apprehension in where Pokemon's going.
Yeah.
We've obviously heard about some of the leaks, and we discussed those in the last
2 episodes.
2 episodes. We discussed the leaks in
Yeah,
regards.
I
to...
don't like our conversations about talking about leaks are not just going to be in those.
No,
those
yeah.
two.
I mean,
I
yeah.
think like the reason why we haven't talked about them even more is because we want to give a bit of time, let things
Let it breathe.
transgress, and like come back to them once we think all the leaks have come out.
Yes.
And this time you can be able to hear me.
Maybe just about.
Let's hope so, because I can't go through that again.
Is there any like quick fire rapid questions you want to ask us?
Do you
Quick
like
fire
Mega
rapid
Jinx?
question.
Yeah.
Do you like Mega Jinx?
No. I don't like Jinx. But I love Megas.
So,
So you're torn.
you're conflicted.
So I'm so confused.
Okay. Do you like Mega Jinx?
Not seen it.
Yes, you have. I showed you earlier.
You literally had to go at Jack because you were like,
Yeah.
stop showing me leaks.
I'll get it up again.
Save it for the podcast.
Yeah, but look,
That's Mega Jinx.
I don't want to discuss it because
Nah, it looks like fan art.
yeah,
Just Jinx in a dress, isn't it? Look at the boobs. Why are they so big?
Joe,
Were
you're
they-
gonna-
were they better?
you're
You
gonna-
got to
Get
get
Jinx
off.
up.
You got to get off your
Jinx
mind
up.
off the gut,
Get
mate.
Jinx up. I want to see if she's got boobs.
Yeah, she does.
Not that big.
Yeah, she does.
I reckon it's a fake. I can't imagine Poke. Oh,
Oh,
they are pretty big, aren't they?
Joey, please.
They're just it's just a chest plate.
It is just a
So it's just a bigger chest plate.
Surely you get male jinxes.
Google it.
I am. Oh no, jinxes are female-only Pokemon species.
Wow.
Sexist Pokemon. Where's the equality?
But you can get female Mr. Mime.
Can you?
Yes.
Really?
Sabrina had a female Mr. Mime.
Surely that should be Mrs. Mime.
Google it.
Yeah,
Google it.
I hear what you're saying, but look at these.
Where you been sashing, Jay?
This is me.
Oh, is it you?
This is me.
That makes
Look,
sense.
Don't
you
put
get-
me in. How dare you?
That's terrible. Oh, don't put that in the podcast. Can you get female?
You get mortgage and bad credit.
There's actually a subreddit question. Why is a female Mr. Mime not Mrs. Mime?
Whoa.
People are asking these questions.
Yeah, there you go. See. Cool. We cool?
Oh, it's English translation.
Yeah. So, and they were like,
Yeah, that's standard. That sounds about right.
but it's like you can get male Gardevoir, but Gardevoir is
Yeah.
obviously very female presenting.
Yeah.
As a Pokemon, right? Even Curlier is like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
female ballerina.
But it can be now.
Can be male because now you can get Gallade,
Yeah.
can't you? So
Yes,
the male
you can.
Curliers can evolve into Gallade, but they can still evolve into Gardevoir if you wanted them to. They can be exactly who they want to be.
That's all that matters.
Any other rapid fire questions for you?
Anything that you had on your list you want to just shoot across quickly?
Yeah, we've covered it all. Done it. Talked about it. Where it started, where we are now, journey with the channel so far, videos.
Oh, I've got one for us, boys.
Go on then.
Go for it.
Maybe this should be the title I put in the video
Nice.
For the last question.
for the last question.
Yeah, make
Okay.
them wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, out of the entirety of us doing Route 1, what's been your favourite, or like maybe like top 3 favourite bits about doing this?
I don't think I can say mine because it's not been released yet.
Okay.
But we went to a certain country and you opened a certain packet of cards.
So
and-
that's one thing we could talk about next episode, is that we went to Iceland recently.
But the reaction, like, you haven't seen it yet.
So, yes.
We
So,
won't spoil anything. The reaction, I have never felt so much joy before in my life. And it was a group of people that we all exploded.
yeah, because we were suffering with the elements at that point, and to
We all got overwhelmed with happiness.
Yes.
And it was beautiful.
it was crazy. So that's your
That's my favourite.
really.
1,000,000%.
I'm looking forward to making multiple types of videos just on that one video. So
The amount of happiness we all felt in that moment, I don't think I'll ever forget that.
true happiness
That was true happiness.
right there. Or that could just been the altitude we were at.
Could have been. The
Bit
hype,
lightheaded.
Yeah.
the hype that threw across all of us at that point. I don't think I'll ever forget it.
Jack? I said 3 because
I know.
you do
many.
have some options.
So many. I mean, 320 videos to think through. I think one of my favorite times of year is when you release the compilation for the year.
Yeah.
I think because because
The end of the year.
we do so many videos in a year, to then think, oh my god, like it just brings it all back. And I always love it when I get the notification on like a Saturday. Well, it's been a while, obviously, for reasons.
Yes.
But when it would come up, Route 1, new video, I was in it. And I still click it and I still watch it with a huge smile on my face.
Because usually it's like we recorded content like a month, sometimes like a month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah.
Longer
Prior.
now, yeah.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know, there's just something about it. And then,
There's a big video coming up that I'm currently editing, that you completely forgot about, that I've shown you a snippet of.
yeah, I don't even know what that is. What was that? I'm like screaming and shit.
You'll find out soon.
Yeah, I will. I don't know. I literally don't know what it is. Because we just film in bulk.
We do.
And then
That's what being-
blurs into one.
Like being an adult, like we're not going to be available all the time, so we try and do a load of like batch recordings. So
Yeah.
sometimes, well, a lot of the time, things just get a bit blurry. I'm sure I would be like you, if I didn't edit the videos and I just filmed it and just hand it over to someone and saw it back like a month and a half ago and say, oh yeah, that did happen.
I do feel like we've got a perfect setup now, though, because we're halfway between us all. I'm 15 minutes away from Jay. You're 20 minutes away from Jay. Whereas last time I was an hour away, and I had to make that. That was a tough.
Well, that's the thing. Like when we first started the channel, I was in Leicester.
Yeah.
Like we were all
Yeah.
very much
We
more
were.
spread out.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was, coming together, finding the time where it would work. It was tricky. But then again, we would film 3 or 4 videos because you had to batch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so,
Couldn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't really like a once a week thing then.
No, I remember. Yeah, like it was used to be 4 to 6 or 7 videos back when we used to film in your office.
Yeah. I mean, we would just get fried, wouldn't we? Like,
Yeah. By the end of it. Yeah,
by the end of it, we were
shattered.
like, whoa.
Yeah.
There
was a
was
lot.
there was a couple of moments for me that are like stand out in my mind of like, if I think Route 1, like that stuff goes like straight into my brain, which is the trips that we've taken abroad, because they're so different, because they're not something you're going to do every day. They stand out in my mind. The
Amsterdam one was brilliant.
The Amsterdam was fun.
loved that.
Disappointing that we couldn't get the cars. That was the whole point
No,
of
but
us
I'm
going
s-
to Amsterdam.
I'm
But
so happy we started a riot.
yeah,
Yeah, that was good. We actually did.
we
Did you
literally
know
like
that?
kicked. Yeah, Joey made the staff
Do you know about
angry.
Let's save story time.
Trip story time for another
Trip
time.
story time, because I wasn't on the trips.
Yeah.
So I actually kind of want to get just you two here. I just want to ask you a load of questions about it.
Yeah.
So we'll save story time, but that's
Okay.
a nice little tease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So riot.
So the trips that we've done so far, and the trips that will be coming up down the line, the movie reactions I think are quite special, because like they're such a struggle for me to edit, because syncing is such a nightmare, and dealing with copyright issues on YouTube and going through so many re-edits. But the reactions, like initially filming them, are so fun because of our dynamic that we have.
Yeah.
There's a day specifically last year that you and me filmed 7 videos in the summer, in the peak of the heat summer, where we were doing Crown Zenith.
Yeah.
We bulk recorded 7 videos, and we got so delirious from it in a day, within a span of like 4 hours.
Yeah.
We were so delirious by the heat that we just started quoting The Simpsons non-stop, and then quoting other movies, to the point where
It wasn't even about what we were opening
it wasn't
anymore.
even about
We
Pokemon.
just cry laughing at movies. Yeah.
Wow.
Like that sticks out in my mind, just because of how delirious we got at that point. It was such a struggle. But I think overall for me, the whole Route 1 experience has been like really good, because this is my 3rd attempt at trying YouTube, or having a go at it. And so like the first time I tried, I'd done a gaming channel, just couldn't get into it. The schedule was like too much for me. The second time, started doing D&D.
Oh, you went
Yeah.
in on that as well, didn't
I
you?
went in on
That
that,
is true,
and
yeah.
stopped doing that because of COVID. And then we started up this. So this is my like 3rd attempt, and the fact that we have been doing this strong for over 3 years at this point, and we are very close to getting 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, just the potential for the channel is kind of like limitless.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, and like just looking forward to what we come up with. But and the fact that like people are willing to subscribe to watch us just
Yeah.
talk crap,
Yeah.
that boggles my mind. But people do it, and it's an amazing feeling, especially when we meet. Say like we go to like when we went to London Card Show, where we go out to these Pokemon events, and we start chatting to people, and they say, "Wait, yeah, I've seen your stuff. I enjoy your stuff."
That was nice.
It's a very odd feeling.
Did that happen?
Yeah. London Card Show,
Really?
yeah.
When we went to London Card Show last
Damn.
year, people are like, obviously the first Pokemon movie that we done a reaction to, that is still the biggest video on our channel, and yeah, people said that they watched it and they really liked it.
Wow.
It was,
So,
yeah. It was a
The
nice
fact
feeling.
that people like us,
And
I don't know why, but
And you've made a whole mark in the community, man. You know
Yeah.
quite a few people that have a fair few followers in the Pokemon community, and
yes, yeah,
we met them at the card shows.
yeah,
yeah, I met them at the card show. I feel like, yeah, before that, I didn't know where we would fit in the Pokemon YouTuber community, PokeTuber community, and obviously we're not there yet. We're very small for a channel, but I feel like especially after that first show, I felt like we've kind of like been welcomed
I did
in.
feel like, I guess, rejuvenated in a way.
Yeah,
To kind of, it was just nice. And I think some of our earlier videos, what's quite funny is like in the comments where people are like, just open the stuff.
yeah.
people are still saying that to this day, but they're not saying it as much
No.
because it's one of those, like, especially back in the day, we took 10 minutes. Edited down to 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
It was longer on edited. It was like half an hour.
Being idiots. Do you know what I mean? People are like,
And people would just like
open the
just
stuff.
open the stuff.
Yeah.
Because not used to it.
No.
People are like straight in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
They
but
want to see the good stuff. They
I
want to see
think-
the goodies.
I think
you know?
for us to kind of persevere in that aspect and not change it.
Yeah. Which I don't think we should.
Because
Absolutely not.
Because that's
that's what I done when I done like my first channel and the second channel, and
Yeah.
you know, I just wanted to skip to the good stuff because that's what I thought people would want.
Yeah.
And the difference with this is that I'm doing it because I enjoy it and I'm editing it for myself and for you guys. I know, like, I get your sort of humor and style, so I try to edit to that. And if anyone else likes it, great.
Great. Yeah.
Love that.
Even if just that one person comments and says, "Great video," subscribed.
Which makes my day.
Yeah.
But,
That's it. That makes it worth it.
yeah.
Because with any channel, big or small, you are always going to get haters. You're always going to get people who don't like some of the people or everyone on the channel, or they're just going to just have a problem for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But that just comes with like doing content creation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're always going to get people who don't like you, and you can't change that person's opinion.
Like I said, maybe about an hour ago in this video, you can't please everyone.
No.
And there's no possible way. It just can't. You just can't. Do you know what I mean? Look at like Mr. Beast and Logan Paul and KSI, all these huge names, huge influencer names that have such a massive following, but also have such an anti-following.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
people that want to see them fail. It just comes with it.
Comes with the territory.
Comes with it. Yeah, because I guess they just wish that they had this with their friends.
Yeah.
and they could do this.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It'd be interesting to feel like when we do hit 1,000 subscribers, and to some people like, oh wow, 1,000,
Yeah, 1,000,
big
wow.
up.
Yeah,
What would be
But-
nice is if we, as soon as we hit 999, we all rush over.
and we're here
And
to
we
watch
just
it
wait.
tick.
And
Wait.
we do, yeah.
Wait for it to
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
That'd be nice.
It would be nice. Yeah, just
Live
to get
stream
that
it.
feeling.
Live stream it. Maybe our first live stream.
Oh yeah, cute.
Maybe.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be cute.
That'd be cute.
Just in his last 5 minutes. Well,
Yeah.
I've got you.
Yeah.
I've got you on the sofa.
Yes,
One
Dr.
question,
Phil.
and I really want you to think about it. Where would you like to see this in 5 years' time?
I already know. I know exactly what I want,
Okay,
but I'll let you answer first. No, I'll let you answer first.
I'm just trying to think. So like, I'll let you go first before.
I want us to be on stage, right? At a Comic-Con, London Card Show, anything. Us to be on a sofa, audience, opening packs together, just doing live streams, making a video like this, but with an audience.
Yeah.
There'll be nothing better than just us three chatting on a sofa, opening Pokemon cards with an audience watching. I think that would be amazing.
The Rooties
Yeah.
watching. Yeah, that's, you know what?
That would
I'm
be,
with you.
That would be amazing.
That would be great.
Wouldn't it?
I'm not.
I'm not one of those like say that it'll never happen, but like I know like if we stick to it, it will happen at some point.
Just imagine the banter between us and an audience.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Or even watching a movie together with everyone.
Yeah.
See that
Live commentating.
like yeah, because
Theatre.
I watch quite a few YouTubers who do like live like audience participation sort of stuff, whether that be with movies or for example like Pretty Much It.
That's
know-
exactly.
You know that sort of
That's
style
exactly,
where
yeah.
they hire out a venue like when they done their live reaction
All three of
to
them got
High School
microphones.
Musical,
Yeah.
something like that,
Perfect.
where you're with your not fans but like your
Rooties.
your
The
rooties when
Yeah.
you like with the rooties, yeah, like opening packs up, like just having a big like meet and greet, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely one aspect
Mm-hmm.
that I would like to be at, but I think I would like to be somewhat comfortable with the channel in terms of like, I would like to do collaborations with sponsors and stuff like that, so we can fund for bigger videos, like the video that we shot in Iceland.
Yeah.
If we had a budget for that, imagine what we could have potentially come up with.
Yes.
Like, to just go all out, but at the same time, like sticking to kind of what we do now, more or less. It's kind of a bit open-ended answer, but
No, it's good. I second everything that you guys said. Absolutely 100%. To top it off, just to icing on the cake, to have Route 1 Studios.
Yeah, that's the dream, innit? That's the dream, innit?
You know, a location where
Yeah.
we go and we film, and we've got a setup for reactions, we've got a setup for podcasts, setup for card openings. It's all there. It's all ready to go. We just come in, we do it, we go.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
We don't have to set up every time for a different
Don't have to set up every
type
time.
of
Red
video.
Letter Media, how they've got there. Have you seen their stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you want, innit?
Yeah.
But like back in the SourceFed days where they had like their little office and they had their like individual like studio spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and
and
then you
that's
can have-
that's quite realistic as well for 5 years as
Yeah.
well, because 5 years YouTube wise.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, 3 years and we're here now. You know, we started a podcast and hopefully this is something that a lot of people listen to. Hopefully we get a bit of a buzz around it. We want to keep this going as well as the other stuff as well.
Yeah.
This podcast, I think, is great because it's different from, we're not tied into what the video is.
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
obviously you have your points that you've
Yeah.
prepared that you want to sort of go through throughout the podcast, but we're also just talking about life and just how we're doing as well.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be a regular like weekly thing. I think like the first 2 weeks of the podcast, the first 2 episodes of the podcast, sorry, those will probably have to come out in quite close succession.
Well, by listening to this, you've heard them
Yes.
already. They are out.
But as a recording, the first episode is only set to come out
Yes.
like next week or whatever.
Yeah. I think there are
A studio space would be so nice because we could, like, we know from experience, we go into a studio, we literally press 1 or 2 buttons, or you just use voice commands.
Yeah.
And literally,
The future is now for Joey.
everything is ready to go, you know? Whereas, like, this little space is nice because I have a setup for, the podcast, card openings, and reactions, you know?
You got a good space here.
I've got a nice little adaptable space, but to have a studio
Separation of home
and work,
Yeah,
exactly.
definitely. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the dream. It's achievable. We can do it.
So have to stick to it.
Yeah.
Consistency is key.
Consistency is key.
Consistency is key in a niche. That's what I learned. That's what I learned.
You've been doing it for a
People
long time.
that say consistency is key is a liar. Consistency and key
I feel
in
so
a
attacked
niche.
right now.
Consistency and key in a niche is the way forward.
Could you explain?
Yes, I can explain. Actually, no, it's a long. Next episode, remember it. It's a long. It's. I did a deep dive, post a video every day for a year, and I learned. I learned some things, and consistency isn't key.
Yeah. So
Consistency is key in a niche.
So the next episode on the podcast is actually going to move away from Pokemon
Oh,
entirely, and I actually just want to talk about us
cool.
as people. That's what I want to do.
Nice. I
Love
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
Love it.
So save your stories.
I'm not very interested, but we'll go for it.
I'm not very interested.
Not very. My God.
Got so much to talk about. Made me sick. But this has been Podcast Pending. Jay, where can you find us?
You can find us on YouTube, Route 1. I'm also going to try, because we're still not in the process of getting the first podcast up, but I'm going to look at Spotify as our main source for the audio podcast. And we're going to try and set that up. If not, SoundCloud and a few other places where you get your podcasts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nice.
We'll see. I guess.
said it last time, but Audible? Audible? Do you do podcasts?
Is that still a thing?
Audible?
Yeah.
Going strong, mate.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's replaced. Is Kindle still a thing? Is that replaced?
That
Kindle?
is
Audible
that
is
is
Kindles.
That is audio.
Okay.
That is
Well,
the same thing.
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
Do they do
where,
podcasts though?
so where can you find us? For now, right here on YouTube.
Right on
the Route One
YouTube, in the
channel.
The ether of the internet.
Yes.
But maybe Audible?
Guys,
Maybe?
Audible sponsors.
Audible comment? Please let us know. We'd love to be there.
Whatever you are, we'd love to be there.
Maybe
Yeah.
we're the first podcast that you have. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Absolutely fantastic.
We'll see.
But this has been Podcast Pending. Thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you next time. Bye.
Bye.